These are the garage overhead doors, and the control buttons are high enough, and we have a warning notice, a safety notice here. This is a good thing. They're over 5 feet to keep little hands from coming up, okay? That's a good thing. Now, this is interesting. They're not labeled left, right, north, south, east, west, like, I'm going to push this button. Then the far door opens. This button, and the closed door opens. So the orientation is kind of backwards. So it's not what they call intuitive. It's not intuitive. I don't know what to tell you about that. The optic sensors, they're not supposed to be farther from the floor than 6 inches. And they're not supposed to be farther from the driveway than 6 inches. They're farther from the driveway than 6 inches, but they stick out enough over the floor. How does this other one look? I've got the same thing going on here. Not quite so much. Not quite so much. I don't feel secure about that. But let's look. That's 6 inches. That's okay. We're in. We're in. Those sensors are okay. All right. Let's just look at this one. Inquiring minds and all. 6 inches. Ah, we're there. We're there. Now, these staples that they used, these open junctions aren't really impressive. I gotta say, it's not the swiftest operation. But these staples that they used over here on the larger door, they're not insulated. They're supposed to be insulated staples. The edges of these staples can cut into the insulation on them. And then, you're supposed to have spring tension notices on the bottom panels, first panels, both corners. We have that. We're supposed to have a pull handle. Now, these rails stick out. I get that. I get this. This is metal. By the way, these are metal doors, but they have some wooden accents on them. You'll notice there's a little trim around there. Okay, so we do not have emergency. We do not have a notice. See this notice over here? We're supposed to have that notice on this door. And we don't. And I guess this is a pull handle. I guess you could call that a pull handle. I'm going to say that it's not a pull handle there by definition, but who's to say that you can't use those rods? I'm not going to say it. It's the way I do it at my house, but my house isn't for sale. You're not supposed to be able to lock these doors, because you could lock the door, push the button, and it'll jimmy your door up. You see people where the doors are all bent and hanging crazy and stuff. You know what? Most of the time it's that guy right there. You're supposed to loosen one of those. Actually, you just put a bolt right in there and stop it. And then if you wanted to go for manual operation, you could. Courtesy lights are working. These are on GFCI controlled circuits. This is the emergency pull handle. So really, what are we looking at? We're looking at the door control isn't labeled, or it's not intuitive. We're looking at some insulated staples. We're looking at a warning notice, pull handle, manual door lock. What does it look like on the other side? I don't know. We'll just push this counterintuitive button and get this thing going. And it works. Well, the staples aren't an issue over here. Even those funky little wire nuts are not an issue here. Pull handle is still an issue. The warning notice is still an issue. And the manual door lock is still an issue. Courtesy light works, handle works, it's on the GFCI circuit. That's cool. That's cool to see. There it goes on the GFCI circuit. Re-energize you. There we go. Now, this isn't necessary here, that little ugly sticker. I peel mine off. I do. But when you see this, you know it's GFCI protected. So it's really not necessary. It's good that it's there. This one doesn't have a GFCI, and it's GFCI protected, and you get that little notice. This is a lot of talk for just a little notice. I get that. A lot of talk for a little notice. But if you do have a GFCI protected circuit, and that's the water heater right here, it's on GFCI. It keeps kicking on and off every time I play with those. All right. So these receptacle outlets up here, like you could ever reach them. Okay, they're supposed to have that little notice on there. They are. That's what they're supposed to do. Well, since I'm here in the garage, you want me to do my Mr. Fire drama again? Maybe not. Okay, it's GFCI protected. What is all this? Isn't that beautiful? Oh, pride.